So this is the Fro-in-the-Know, coming to you at Comic Book College. Been around since the 70s in the state of Minnesota. Oldest store in the state. Again, been around since the 70s, ergo the hair. So we've talked a bit about some of the things that I love that are going on. But let's talk about some of the things that, I want to say that are hate because it's a strong word. Let's say maybe frustrating and perplexing. For example, what's going on with Marvel. I love Marvel, right? It's the relatable characters, not everything is like the Armageddon or the apocalypse, not counting the character obviously, but it's a lot more grounded stuff for the most part. Or it is just these these concepts of what's going on, the physical concepts for time and death and so forth. But let's talk about some of these things that are frustrating. Two of my favorite characters from Marvel are, yes, some of the big two, Wolverine, for example, and Deadpool. And why are these frustrating? Wolverine, up until recently, he had about 4 or 5 books with his name on the book, and then he was in or incorporated into another 3 or 4 on top of that. So he's in anywhere from 6 to 8 books at any given time. My question was always, how is he doing this? Like in one book, he's in, I don't know, he's in Atlantis. Another one, he's on the moon. Another one, he's in New York. Another one, he's in California. And all these events are happening roughly at the same time. Marvel, the way these writers have to do it, they have such great writers. But when they have these main events that are about to come on, they're told, I'm imagining at least that they're told by the editors, okay, look, you can do this, this, and this. However, you have to make sure you hit this point because you have to be in this area so that way, we can have the main event to happen. I feel like that's a little bit confusing when you already have these characters that are in their own solo books or team books and multiples of such. Additionally, though, with that, and continuing with Wolverine, Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan's been brought into the main Marvel universe. There's been several different stories that have occurred recently that have tried to incorporate Old Man Logan into Marvel universe. Now, if you don't know Old Man Logan, it's from this comic here. Fantastic comic. The best way to describe it is actually on the back cover, where it's even saying, and I quote here, "The wild and woolly futurescapes of Mad Max and the tragic pathos of Clint Eastwood's archetypal Western heroes." It's fantastic. They brought this character into the main Marvel comic realm. So you're taking this story of this character that's set in this dystopian future and trying to put him into the main universe. Some people are liking it. I'm on the other side of things. I'm an opponent of it. Marvel, prior to bringing Old Man Logan in here, they promised, they actually killed off the original Wolverine of the Wolverine in the main universe. They said they were not going to bring Wolverine back. He's going to stay dead. And as I heard that, I'm thinking, have a loophole. They definitely have a loophole. So, again, my issues with Wolverine is not the character himself, but how he's being incorporated into the universe. They've made him the face of Marvel, and as a result, when you make someone the face, they're just everywhere, and you can't get away. As a result, the quality has a tendency to dip down. Now, Deadpool's essentially replaced Wolverine in terms of his popularity. Deadpool has always been kind of like this B or even C-list character that has slowly been getting more and more popularity, and in the recent years has finally succeeded with that. But as a result, he has now become the face of Marvel. He's one of the faces for the comics version of that. So in looking at Deadpool here, we're seeing the same thing that happened with Wolverine, where we had like 5 different comics of Deadpool going on. They've done a little bit something different with Deadpool. So you have like the main 2 or 3 comics of Deadpool, but then you have like these side stories that are going on. So you don't necessarily know for certain if they're happening at the exact same time with all these other main events that are occurring. But again, Deadpool is still in too many books. Part of what made Deadpool phenomenon is that he's not the main guy. One of the best Deadpool stories done by Joe Kelly, arguably one of the best Deadpool runs, the best Deadpool run. He actually saves not the Marvel universe, like he saves all the universes, and no one knows about it. Not a single person knows about it. He had to make a huge choice, either to give humanity happiness, but at the same time becoming complacent and like a Stepford wife kind of thing, or allow us to be able to choose, but at the cost of, war and other negative things that are happening in our life. War, murder, rape, and all that still happening in our life. But he saved the universe nonetheless. Now that's all I want to say about it in case you want to check that against the Joe Kelly run of Deadpool.